What's going on, dudes and dudettes? So the Duke men's basketball team is finally ranked up at number 2 in the AP poll. I forget if this is as high as they've been. I don't think they were number 1 yet. I know they kind of started around the number 4-ish area. They got up that high, but after that one loss, they kind of ended up going down. But luckily, they're back up there after a couple other upsets here and there, and obviously them continuing to win. So I'm happy about that. And then their freshman Cooper Flagg was named the ACC Rookie of the Week. He didn't get the Player of the Week, went to somebody else, but either way, still racking up all these Rookie of the Week, so he's definitely most likely going to be the ACC Rookie of the Year. And the Lakers played the other day, as I mentioned in my last video, and got that victory against the Washington Wizards, 111-88. LeBron James threw down a triple-double with 21 points, 10 rebounds, and 13 assists. So nice getting back on their winning ways. I believe Thursday, or maybe the day before on Friday, if this comes out, then they're playing against the Boston Celtics, so that's going to be nice to see. Maybe I'll wait to add that result onto this video at the end of it, but either way, looking forward to that matchup, and hopefully Lakers can pull out a victory against their hated rivals from Boston. And then the Chargers had a couple players on the, I think it's Pro Football Writers Association all-rookie team. They got Joe Alt, the offensive tackle, and the Pro Football Writers Association All-AFC team. Derwin James made it as safety, Rashawn Slater as offensive tackle, and Darius Davis as kick returner too. So that was nice to see, getting some recognition for their playoff-making season this year. A nice turnaround from their, 4 or 5 wins last year. So not mad about how the season ended up, just a little bit frustrated about how it ended. Then once again, we keep talking about Big Mark Williams, the ex-Duke player, and it looks like he had another career high with the Charlotte Hornets. He had 38 points, 9 rebounds, and 5 assists while shooting 14 of 18 field goals. So once again, nice pickup. Obviously, nice career high too, so hopefully they keep playing him and he finally reaches over that 40 mark, because that will, like I said, be another new career high for him. And then the Lakers did give up Quincy Oliveri. I mentioned that in the last video, so they could sign Trey Jemison, but luckily they were able to get him back to the South Bay Lakers, and they acquired his player rights, which was nice to see because he is one of the better shooters on the team when you consider both on the South Bay Lakers and even a little bit on the main squad too. But luckily no one else picked him up, and they were able to bring him back into their system, which is great. And then on the Duke women's basketball side, Toby Fournier, the freshman, was named the ACC Rookie of the Week. I believe she's done that a handful of times already too, so maybe she's on her way to winning ACC Rookie of the Year also for the women's side. And PFF did a calculation of how much cap space NFL teams will have, and the Chargers are up there around 4th place with like $73 million to use. And I think if they end up letting go or trading away a player like Joey Bosa, they might end up saving like $20+ million. So that could definitely jump them up to around $100 million, which is definitely way more than what they had. I think maybe it pushed up to like 35 to 40 million, something like that last year for Joe Ortiz and Jim Harbaugh. But now they have like double and a half of that, so they could definitely get some very good guys, or kind of just get enough good players, a little bit better than what they had this last offseason, because they were kind of bargain hunting last year, and then now they're able to get a step above and probably still save some money too in case they need to make some moves or trades in season. So looking forward to that. But a couple of players that they are interested in. I know Adam Schefter reported some breaking news that Khalil Mack recently said that he would be returning to play in the 2025 season. As I mentioned in the last video, he was contemplating retirement, but looks like he's going to return no matter what, whether it's with the Chargers or not. So looking forward to seeing if the Chargers end up giving him a little bit of money to return, because that'd be pretty nice. I know they're also interested, at least according to Jim Harbaugh, said he would welcome back Keenan Allen for a reunion, so that's pretty interesting. Obviously they had to trade him to save some of that money to even bump up a little bit, but a nice reunion if it's a good deal and the money is right, then I don't mind them doing that whatsoever. And they've been linked to a lot of guys like DK Metcalf, even a player like Jair Alexander from the Packers, Mark Andrews, the tight end from Baltimore, who had a pretty rough end to his season. He had a big-time fumble with like a couple minutes left in that game, and then even that missed 2-point conversion. He ended up bobbling it at the 1 yard line. So that was tough to see, especially for him, because that would have sent the game at least into overtime. But maybe they just end up moving on because they could save some money by letting him go or trading him. And they have a really nice player behind him in Isaiah Likely at the tight end position. So maybe the Chargers can jump on that, whether they don't have to send that much back in trade assets, or, we'll see how it goes, because they could definitely absorb that contract going with next year's cap space. And then when it came to the Lakers, both LeBron and Anthony Davis are growing concerned about the Lakers' ability to make significant roster upgrades with their 2 tradable first-round picks. And that was reported earlier today, but I'm just like, well, that's what you guys kind of force on this organization, because you're considered some of the top 10 to 15 players in the NBA, and your contracts are so ginormous, so that the Lakers don't really have that much room in cap space or salary to really be able to sign anybody. And yeah, they could trade away their future, but you can't really take that much money back either. And then who are you trading in that process to give up to try to get some other type of player you think that's going to help you this season? So I don't know. They're kind of thinking a little bit under themselves. So hopefully the Lakers can make another move, but if it comes at costing their future, then I don't think they should really do anything, in my opinion. And then the next Duke women's soccer player, and Maggie Graham, recently signed with the Houston Dash. I know she was like one of the finalists to be like the player of the year on the women's soccer side, so I don't think she won, but definitely was able to sign with a pretty good team there in Houston, so congrats on making it to the pros. And then a couple of places have the Duke softball team ranked pretty high. I think the Division I preseason rankings have them at number 7, and the USA softball preseason rankings have them at number 8. So definitely some high hopes. Hopefully they can do a lot better than last year's postseason efforts, but definitely have some high hopes for these ladies, especially a couple of their preseason All-Americans, according to D1 softball. Amina Vega made the first team, and Deanna Jennings made second team. I believe that's their pitcher, too. So yeah, congrats to those ladies. Been talking about them quite a bit before the season starts, so have some high hopes for those ladies. And then even the men's baseball team had some preseason All-Americans. According to Division I baseball, AJ Garcia made the All-American third team, and Ben Miller was also named to the third team as well. So yeah, congrats to those guys. Expect a lot of big things from them too, because they definitely made it pretty far winning the ACC tournament last year. And I got some bad luck in the seeding last year in the playoffs, but hopefully they'll be able to do some nice stuff in the tournament also. So thanks for watching, people. Like and subscribe. Comment down below. Let me know what y'all think. Have a great rest of your day. Bye. Let's go Duke. And then I think I'm going to add this to the end of this video that I did the other day. Just a lot more stuff happened the day after, of course. And yes, I already did shave off most of my hair. So yeah, it's a pretty quick contrasting difference. So hopefully it's not too confusing or abrupt. But yeah, when it came to the Lakers, yeah, they were playing against the Boston Celtics. And I thought they might have already played this season at Boston, but not yet. So this was the first time meeting this year. And luckily the Lakers got that victory pretty easily, 117-96 in a nice blowout. LeBron had 20 points, 14 rebounds, 6 assists. AD had 24 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3 blocks, which is nice to see. And yeah, throughout most of this game, they were up by quite a bit, like 15, 20 plus points here and there. And I think the Celtics did try to make a run in that third quarter, but luckily the Lakers made a run of their own and kept this victory. So I am not mad about that. So yeah, LA definitely needs a little bit more, a couple of more victories here and there. But yeah, right before the game, they did name the All-Star starters, and LeBron James was named on the West side as one of the starters. I think he might be also named the captain. I guess that might be the person with the most votes. I could be wrong about that, but we'll see how that ends up. And then also on the other side, the Duke player Jason Tatum of Boston was named an Eastern Conference starter also. So that's pretty cool. Congrats to him, obviously ex-Duke player, and thank you for letting the Lakers beat the Boston Celtics tonight. We definitely appreciate that, brother. And then when it came to a couple of other things about Duke players, the Dallas Mavericks center Derek Lively II apparently has a small fracture in his right foot. I actually don't know if it's right or left, but he's expected to miss 2 to 3 months. And I know some places, I think even the Dallas Mavericks team, their social media account said he'll be looked at in like a couple of weeks, like I think they said 4 to 8 weeks, but that was only 2 months. And then a main reporter is saying from 2 to 3 weeks, which is 8 to 12 months. So I don't know if they're just giving themselves a little bit more leeway for him to come back if it's not that exact 2 months. But hopefully he's not going to be out too long for the ex-Duke Blue Devil. And then when it came to the women's side, on the Duke basketball side, they did get a victory at SMU also, just like the men. They got this victory 81-46. So yes, congrats to them getting another ACC victory, especially against a new opponent like SMU. So yeah, very happy about that. And then the Anaheim Ducks got a victory after a couple losses here and there against the Pittsburgh Penguins, 5-1, which is very cool. And then they also had made a trade right before this game to acquire Justin Bailey from the San Jose Sharks in exchange for Pavel Regendia, and I believe he is a right winger in Bailey from San Jose. So at least another offensive guy that they're going at. I know recently they've been trading more on the defensive side, but we'll see if this guy can help out the team down the stretch and right before the All-Star break. And then I believe Joey Bosa was recently named to the Pro Bowl as an outside linebacker. I guess a couple other guys ahead of him have gotten injured, or they're replacing some other people ahead of them because of their injury and all that stuff. So at least it's still a Pro Bowl nomination in the end. So yeah, congrats to him. And I believe Associated Press, yes, the newspaper out here in LA, recently named J.K. Dobbins, the Chargers running back, as a comeback player of the year nominee, which is really cool. Obviously, he deserves all that recognition because of what he's had to come through, especially the past couple of years, crazy knee injuries, and was pretty much healthy most of this season. But I believe even the NFL Honors came out with their awards, and he was named to that list of comeback player of the year finalists, along with ex-USC player quarterback Sam Darnold too. I mean, Sam Darnold more came back from being a bench player and almost not making an NFL roster compared to someone like Dobbins and maybe a couple other guys on this list that came from injuries and stuff. So I don't know, you probably should give it to Dobbins, but I guess they might end up giving it to Burrow or Darnold. You never know. But I did notice the defensive rookie of the year side, they put out a couple of nice players in there, a couple guys that I liked, but sadly no Chargers on there, which I guess is okay, especially on the defensive side. But Kalen Bullock of USC, who got picked in the third round, if I'm not mistaken, to Houston, played very well for them, was a starter, had 5 interceptions himself on the season, and he had some nice stats here and there too, and a lot better than some of what these other guys did. But is it just because these players' teams went farther in the playoffs compared to what Houston ended up doing? I don't know. So we'll see how this ends up going, but I guess these are the finalists, so it's not like he's going to be able to get onto this list. So maybe he could end up getting a Pro Bowl spot if some guys end up not going or get injured too. So we'll see. Thanks for watching, people. Like I said, have a great rest of your day. Bye.